As mid-sized trucks are getting bigger and bigger every passing year, the compact pickup truck class proved to be a great hit with consumers, evidenced clearly by the increasing sales numbers of both the Ford Maverick and the Hyundai Santa Cruz. Naturally, everyone's waiting to see what the Korean automotive giant was going to offer with the 2025 model year. So strap in and get comfortable as we tell you how the all-new 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz turns heads in the automotive world. What's new for the 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz? As the only current alternative in the compact pickup market to Ford's insanely successful Maverick, everyone was anxiously awaiting for what Hyundai had in plans for the Santa Cruz for the 2025 model year. Well, Hyundai finally gave us a small peek in the 2024 New York International Auto Show what the 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz was going to look like. If you were already a fan of the Hyundai Santa Cruz, we think you'll be pleased with the changes Hyundai made to the truck. Everything that the owners already loved about the truck, incredible handling, great fuel economy, and practicality of the truck for its size, has been maintained for the new model year. Hyundai has made small but very needed improvements to both the interior cabin and exterior of the truck, such as a new front grille and front fascia, wheels, and infotainment screens. One of the popular criticisms of the truck was the fact that it didn't look trucky or rough enough. Well, we're happy to report that with the small lift of the headlights and the grille, Santa Cruz looks a lot more tougher and capable, especially in the more off-road oriented XRT trim. The XRT trim also introduces new designs for the wheels and comes with off-road tires, which look a lot more aggressive for the trails the owners are going to hit. Now that we know what's changed compared to the previous model year, let's take a closer look at all the changes and features the Santa Cruz offers, starting with the engine, powertrain, and transmission. If you're a fan of what Hyundai offered in the previous models of the Santa Cruz, you'll be pleased to hear that Hyundai has kept the same configurations for the 2025 model year. We will still be getting the two configurations we're used to. For the base trims, they will offer the same 2.5-liter naturally aspirated inline 4-cylinder gasoline direct injection engine coupled to the Hyundai's same in-house 8-speed transmission. The non-turbocharged engine is going to offer 191 horsepower at 6,100 RPMs and 181 foot-pounds of torque at 4,000 RPMs. For those of you looking for more power and responsiveness, you're going to opt for the 2.5 turbocharged inline 4 engine, which produces a healthy 281 horsepower at 5,800 RPMs and a whopping 311 foot-pounds of torque at 4,000 RPMs. For increased responsiveness, Hyundai has also coupled this engine to an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, which is going to shift a lot faster. As it was the case for the 2024 model year and the new 2025 model, both engines will be able to get the H-Track all-wheel drive system. The H-Track all-wheel drive system comes standard for the higher trims that sport the turbocharged engine, but the trims with the naturally aspirated engine will have the option to get the AWD as well, instead of front-wheel drive. A compact truck should get decent mileage, and thankfully, Hyundai doesn't disappoint here as well. EPA estimates for the naturally aspirated engine are 21 city, 25 highway, and a combined rating of 23 miles per gallon. For the turbocharged engine, the estimates are 19 city, 27 highway, and a combined 22 miles to the gallon. Perhaps disappointingly, Hyundai still isn't going to offer a hybrid powertrain for the Santa Cruz, which is very strange because the Hyundai Tucson does offer a hybrid powertrain option, and the two are basically the same vehicle. Hopefully for the next model year, Hyundai will consider a hybrid option. As of now though, if having a hybrid compact pickup truck is indispensable for you, your only option is the Maverick. Payload capacity and tow rating. Now, considering the size of the Santa Cruz, you might be mistaken to assume that its payload capacity and tow rating would be very low, but you'd be surprised. For the regular non-turbo engine variant, the tow rating is only 3,500 pounds. If you're seriously considering towing with the Santa Cruz though, with the turbocharged 4-cylinder variant, you can tow up to 5,000 pounds, which is a very respectable figure considering the truck's size. One thing that we should mention is the fact that the tow hitch does not come standard in any trim, but it's an extra option that you're going to get. The trims with the 2.5 turbocharged engine variant also get a special towing drive mode that isn't going to be available for the naturally aspirated engine models. If you're towing a lot, we definitely recommend paying extra and upgrading to the 2.5 turbocharged engine. Interior and exterior details. Moving on to the exterior of the truck, there have been some cosmetic changes compared to the outgoing model, as we already mentioned. The dimensions of the bed, which measure at 4 feet, and the little storage area located under the tailgate are carried to the new model. While a 4-foot bed is a lot smaller compared to mid-sized trucks, it can still carry a respectable amount of cargo, especially with the tailgate down. In terms of design changes, the front grille and fascia are different compared to the outgoing model, with the front grille looking a lot more aggressive. Daytime running lights are a more different, boxy design compared to the older model, which favored a sleeker design. Another welcome feature is the tow hooks in front that come with a more off-road oriented XRT trim. The biggest changes are in the interior of the truck though. Instead of having two differently sized infotainment screens based on the trim, now all trims, including the base SE, come standard with a 12.3-inch infotainment screen that connects both the infotainment screen and the gauge cluster. Even the base model coming with a bigger screen is a big win in our book. We should also mention that all models, including the base, will be coming with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay integration, which is a must-have these days. Even though Hyundai has made the screens bigger for all trims, they've made an incredibly important and welcome addition to the cabin: physical buttons and knobs for the volume control and air conditioning. Having these important controls available only through the infotainment screen is a huge pet hate for many people out there, and it's such a breath of fresh air to see Hyundai taking the opposite direction against the trend of removing buttons. We're also relieved that the 2025 model year still has a traditionally styled shifter instead of a rotary shifter knob. A common complaint of Santa Cruz owners was the overabundance of piano black in the instrument panel, which gathered a lot of dust and fingerprints. Well, we're happy to announce that the use of piano black has also decreased a lot. Finally, the classic Hyundai steering wheel design with the Hyundai logo in the center is removed in favor of the 4-dot design that we already saw in other Hyundai models. 4 dots, of course, is Morse code for the letter H, which is a neat little Easter egg for all the nerds out there. Pricing and trims for the 2025 Hyundai Santa Cruz. Although the changes and the new features for the 2025 model year Santa Cruz have been announced by Hyundai, they still haven't officially announced all the trim levels that they will offer with the Santa Cruz. Based on the 2024 model year trims though, we can say that they will offer 2 base trims with the naturally aspirated 2.5 engine, the SE and the SEL, and other upper level trims will offer the turbocharged engine. We should also mention that all-wheel drive comes standard for the higher trims that get the turbo engine, whereas the base models would have to pay an extra fee if they want all-wheel drive. Based on the previous model year pricing, we can also assume that the base SE will have an MSRP of around $27,000 to $28,000, and the highest trims, XRT and the Limited, will be around $42,000 to $44,000. Compared to the previous model year, the off-road XRT trim comes with many differences and features this time. We've already mentioned the front tow hooks that the XRT offers, but it also has plastic trims in the wheel wells and the doors, and an XRT trim-specific front grille, front and rear bumpers, and fascia design. The XRT trim also comes with XRT-specific 18-inch wheels and all-terrain tires that make the Santa Cruz have better off-road capabilities. The XRT trim also adds the surround view monitor and a blind spot view monitor, which can really help in technical off-road sections in the trail. Regarding more technical details, the Santa Cruz now has an increased approach angle for taking on even gnarlier trails. As far as the release date goes, Hyundai is planning to have the 2025 model Santa Cruz available in dealerships by fall 2024, although we don't have an exact date as of now.